All right, everybody, this is our video this week for our white belts, and actually for all of our students, junior students working on our bully drills. So I want you to focus on the first 3 steps of our bully drill. Step number 1 is going to be the stop position. Again, so mom or dad, you can have the kids practice this, have them stay in a neutral position, and then you yell danger, and they step back and yell stop. So that's step 1. They can do that 2 or 3 times, obviously, or they can do stop, stop, stop. You know, as you come towards them, let them practice it and get strong with it. Don't let them just go stop. Make sure they yell it nice and loud. The second step, say, okay, step 1, step 2. So it would be stop and get back. Ready, danger. So it's stop and then get back. So on the get back, they jump back a little bit further into a fight position. And again, you can kind of have fun with them and make sure they tell them no smiling at me, that kind of stuff, to kind of keep it a little bit lighter. But we do want them to understand it. They have to be serious with the techniques when it's time. And then the third step is going to be I said no, which is a punch, punch, and a back leg kick. And again, we will remind them this is fighting, so it's punching to the face and kicking below the belt. Sparring is different. Sparring is with friends. No kicking below the belt, no punching to the face. So we want to remind them that there's a time and place for each one of those things. Right now it's bully drills, so punch them in the face and kick them below the belt. So all 3 steps of the bully drill would be danger. So we would stop, and then it's get back, and then I said no. And again, you can work with them and say faster, stronger, or do it slow motion. So mom and dad, anything to kind of help them do the reps is going to help them immensely with their training and just kind of keep them on task and staying focused. So that's our white belt bully drills. Actually, I'm sorry, that's our color belt bully drills, and that's for white belt all the way through black belts, all our juniors. Now for white belt material, we like for you to have them review their blocking techniques. So from a middle stance position, we'll have them just practicing high blocks, and they can just practice making sure what we're looking for is to make sure the hand goes in front of the face and not around it, and their backhand is coming to their hip and not being lazy and hanging down low like that. So we want to make sure they're staying nice and tight. Then we have them turn sideways, and they would do their muscle blocks. So the blocking hand is on the bottom. Most of the kids know that, but remind them, say which hand's on the bottom, and let them tell you that it's the bottom hand, like they're making a muscle. It's technically an inside form block. And again, you would have them do 10 or 15 right side, 10 or 15 left side. Maybe say, okay, this time slow, this time fast, kind of mix it up so the reps are not so monotonous for them. Then they would do the low block drill, so they just go to a front stance position. Whichever leg is in front is the arm they're going to do the low block with. The blocking hand goes up to the opposite ear, and the other arm comes underneath, and we usually tell the kids, hold your arm up with that hand. It needs to pull back to the waist as the low block goes down, and it should stop in front of their knees. Sometimes they go a little bit wide, and we try to get them to understand, no, it only needs to go down in front of the knee. And again, same thing, they stack up, 2 hands, equal pull. And again, 10 or 15 reps or more, kind of wear them out, go fast, go slow. They can yell, you can tell them yell loud. You can do the pretend like you're in the library, pretend you're in your classroom, pretend you're out in the playground, kind of yells. It just kind of changes the monotony of the fact that they're doing repetitions. So mom and dad, that's kind of the trick, is to kind of trick them into doing reps and not counting how many times they do it. You do the counting and then change it up so they stay active with their moves. So that's going to be the drills that our white belts need to work on. Actually, all our color belts can practice those basic drills. Now, the next thing we want the kids to do is to practice the first 5 moves of their form. And they can do, the first one we'll have them do from a ready position, hands come up. Then they go chamber position. We have them step with the left foot, high block, and then a fast punch, which is a reverse punch. Hands come up, a number 2 front kick, landing forward, a low block, and then it's actually a step and punch, but we call it a knock 'em out punch. And they step and punch. And then they move back, and we would have them do that 10 or 15 times. And then we would switch it to the other side. Instead of going the other way, just have them go, all right, let's do your right side lead. So they step with the right foot, high block, reverse punch, hands up, front kick, low block, and knock 'em out punch. The terminology, that's the terminology we use in the class so the kids aren't confused. I'll say it one more time. Let's go back to the left side, Bethany. So it's high block, fast punch, hands up, front kick, low block, and knock 'em out punch. And again, they can practice left and right side, have them go fast, have them go slow, make them do their technique strong. the main thing is if they do slop, you say, nope, that doesn't count. So they've got to always just do the good reps. And so that's our white belt material that we want the kids to work on their forms. Next would be their one steps. So let's work on just concentrate on one step number one. On one step number one, they're going to step back with their right foot, high block with their left arm, and then they do 3 punches. And we tell the kids to go belly, belly, nose. Then they stack up high and low block and yell, and that would be the end of number one. Again, number one step, step back, evading, high block, 3 punches, belly, belly, nose, low block and yell, and that's their finish. And that's number one step that the kids are working on to get their blue stripe. The fight combination, or the bully drills that we did earlier, that's part of what they do to get their orange stripe, and their form segment is what they're working on to get their white stripe. So that gives them some material to work on over the weekend, and we'll have another video for you guys on Monday.